For more than a decade, the impact of pharmaceuticals and personal care products on our water supply has been a hot topic within the water quality control industry.
These are compounds that all of us are using every day. And so these compounds are going into the wastewater when we shower, when we wash our hands, when we excrete pharmaceuticals that are not used in our body.
Tanya Rauch-Williams is with Carollo Engineers, which is leading a project funded by WERF, the Water Environment Research Foundation. The effort started in 2009 and will run through August of 2011. The research is focusing on the removal of trace organics during the wastewater treatment process.
For the public, if they hear this is in their water, even if it's just 1 in a trillion part, they get very concerned because for them it just means that they are present.
No one knows for sure how long pharmaceuticals and personal care products have been present in our water because the technology to detect the trace amounts now identified is relatively new. What the research does show is these compounds pose little risk to humans.
In fact, for most of these compounds, we would have to consume an incredible amount of water every day to actually get to a point where we have the intake that is the same intake as an effective dose of these compounds for humans.
On the aquatic side, there are observable effects, but it's still unclear which compounds are causing the changes. So a few years ago, WERF analyzed the problem and identified 3 areas of study, which included the ecological impact, the treatment aspect, and public perception.
In the first phase of this project, we were trying to identify surrogates of trace organics that utilities can monitor all across the country to define and better understand the efficiency of their wastewater treatment. The number of trace organics that we find in water is overwhelming, so we need to narrow down a smaller number of compounds that are telling us how well processes operate for removal of a broad number of compounds. That was the first phase and first step that we achieved in this project. In the second phase, we have been collecting over the last year data on removal performance from different wastewater treatment plants all across the country. So we sampled full-scale facilities and looked at where do these compounds end up, are they removed, are they sorbed to the biosolids, and what are the efficiencies. In the third phase of this project that we are moving into right now is we're using the data from full-scale facilities and lab-scale and pilot-scale tests that we have been conducting to combine all these efforts and calibrate and improve fate models that are currently already available to help to provide a tool for utilities to use to predict organic carbon removal, trace organic carbon removal.
Working alone, utilities can't make much of a dent, but together through WERF, progress is being made.
There needs to be a lot of collaboration between different researchers from different fields. This is definitely too complex of a problem to be tackled by individual facilities or dischargers.
For more information, go to www.werf.org.